Hello, good afternoon, and welcome in Paris for Paris Fashion Week. What is your feeling in this moment? And tell us something about your collection. Where do you take inspiration, and how much of your country is there in this collection?
I want to spread the kimono modern style for the present. So I wondering the kimono is difficult to wear. So I want to change the kimono culture for the global.
I think bringing designers a platform like this where they can bring their creations, a bit of their culture, a bit of their traditions from back home onto the global runway in Paris, that's what we want them to do. Like for students, it's a dream to showcase one day in their life when they made it on the Paris Fashion Week runway. What I wanted to do was make that a reality at a very early stage of their career. So bring them here, let them showcase to the world, announce themselves to the world at a very early stage, kind of bridging the gap between what happens in the classroom and the real world industry.
Very good company with your sons.
Mine are so cute. We've always come to Paris for like the big moments of my life, so it's perfect that he's here. So my value system is babe sporting babes. I believe there's like room for everybody. I wanted to create a clothing line that would be for all women that liked it and that they'd feel comfortable in the brand and feel good in the brand. I love vintage fashion, so it was I'm very inspired by vintage, but this collection is the first collection that I feel is a bit more of like an ode to like who I've become. And I'm still the same person inside, but this collection is the most personal collection I've ever made.
So why don't you just come on over and look at me from behind my shoulder? Oh, maybe that's not what you had in mind. So why don't you just put on it and we can see where it begins? And maybe let me tell you that's just fine. Maybe that's just fine.
This one is the fourth episode of the Cherry Moon. Beautiful Cherry Moon. If you guys have been following me for the last couple of years, started the Cherry Moon collection in Paris 2 years ago and have done New York Fashion Week and of course Milan, and now I'm going to conclude with this last one, which is part 4. It's like the moon, the phases of the moon. It's how the full moon, the blood moon, how people have different attitudes, different styles, and this, I just wanted to capture everything, just like the family. Like one of my collections is called the Blood Edition, which is more like family tradition. Another one is like the Emperor and Goddess, the luxury of the night. And then another one is called After Dark, the seducing spirits. Because, when that moon comes out, sometimes you get those crazy people with the
Canada is such a diverse, beautiful, wonderful country full of so many different people of different cultures. And, we really go for these textural sort of mosaics for our pieces. And so, there's an echo there. There's a reflection, I think.
There's a lot of Canada in them because we're Canadian and our DNA runs through all of it because there's so much labor that goes into a lot of the pieces.
like most of my inspiration, they come from Iran, like the things I learned from my mom and architecture, everything. Yeah. I think like not only women, everyone, like they should like feel like comfortable. They should like have freedom to choose like what to wear. They have to have like freedom to choose what they wear here, and they shouldn't be like go through so much pain and suffering because of their choices.
In terms of sourcing all our fabrics, we only purchase from Europe and Japan all the best silk, best cashmere, best satin. And in terms of designing, colors are mainly pink, black, and white for this collection. And you know, he's always trying to find, you know, what the market is really into right now, what's the trend, but not losing the haute couture element, because that is his passion. He thinks nowadays, you know, things are, you know, becoming simpler, but he's not afraid to showcase that complicated technique of making clothes.
本年度